welcome back. Now in this tutorial, we will talk about infinite loops. Okay, now what is this infinite loop? Infinite loop means a loop that runs infinitely. There is no end to that loop. So that is what the infinite loop is. It's not a good practice to create an infinite loop because it's going to go ahead and give you an exception because it will continuously run. There is no stop to it. So that's why you should avoid infinite loop. But I will tell you what an infinite loop is. So here, let's say for integer, I've created a variable I and I've initialized the value of I to 1. And then I'm checking is I is greater than equals to 1, and then I am saying I plus plus. Okay, this is an increment, and then here I am going to do system.debug and I will display the value of I. Value of I equals to plus of I. Okay, so this is what I have done. Value of I is equals to, and I'm displaying the values of I. So now this is an infinite loop. So what do I mean by infinite loop? So we have initialized the value of I by 1. So I is equals to 1. The condition is I is greater than equals to 1. Is 1 is greater than equals to 1? True. This is true. So what will happen is it will go ahead and display the value of I, which is 1. Then I plus plus. Now I becomes I is equals to I plus 1, which is equals to 1 plus 1 equals to 2. Now it is checking 2 is greater than equals to 1. Right, this is also true. So it is equals to, it is greater than 1. Again, the value of I would be displayed. So the I would be 2. Again, the increment portion 2 plus 1. Do you know any time this condition become false? No, because it will run infinitely. Because the condition is I is greater than equals to 1 and you have started with 1 and then you are going all the way up there till the end of numbers and there is no end, so it's going to run infinitely because there is no condition which will for which will this become false. Okay, so then I becomes 3. Is 3 is greater than equals to 1? Yes, so 3 will be displayed. I plus plus, now I becomes 4. Is 4 greater than equals to 1? Yes. So 4 will be displayed on the screen. And then I plus plus, now you are again incrementing the value. Now it becomes 4 plus 1 is equals to 5. Is 5 is greater than equals to 1? Yes. So 5 is greater than 1. So it becomes 5 here. Then again the value of phi I will be incremented. So this loop is going to run infinitely. So if I go ahead and hit the execute, if I go ahead and hit the execute, it's taking time. Let's wait for 2 minutes. Yes, it will keep executing and it will give you an exception. APU Apex CPU time limit exceeded. At once we hit those limits of Salesforce, the loop will terminate it. You can see the error Apex CPU time limit exceeded. This error you will get on the screen, limit exception. Because your loop you are trying to run is an infinite loop, there is no end to that loop. So that's why Salesforce give you an exception that, hey, we have exceeded the CPU time limit, that the governor limit that we have, and that's why you are getting the exception. Okay, so this is called an infinite loop when there is no exit condition. There is no way that loop this condition will become false. So that's why it is called as an infinite loop. Avoid using infinite loops. Make sure the condition that you are checking has an end or a stop condition. It will stop at some point in time. Otherwise, if it runs infinitely, you are going to get an exception. So that is what we call as an infinite loop. So let's meet in next tutorial. Till then, bye. Have a good day.